What is conscious manifestation? How can I consciously manifest? This is what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Zarina, host of Healnlearn and of the Grownlearn Podcast. I usually have a weekly series called Uncover the Real Human, and conscious manifestation could be a part of it. So I'm including it in this series. The reason I wanted to talk about conscious manifestation is because I got a few questions on conscious manifestation from people who want to join the retreat that I'm organizing together with Lada from astrolada.com, and Krasia Tasio, both astrologers. We're organizing a retreat in Bulgaria focused around conscious manifestation and the new age of astrology. They're both top astrologers, the top astrologers of the world. So you might consider joining us. The link to the retreat is below. So I got a question on conscious manifestation from one of the potential participants. They asked me I'm very curious, they said, in conscious manifestation, but what exactly is this? So I've talked a few times about self-awareness and being conscious about what you're going to manifest, or how both are interconnected. But today I'd like to expand a little bit. I'm going to give you an introduction to what I'm going to be talking about at the retreat. So let's start from the beginning. First of all, what is manifestation? It is something that you want to achieve, something that you want to create, and it's somehow miraculously and synchronistically appearing in your life. It's not necessarily coming without your action, but things are lining up in an easy for you way. This is what I call manifestation. It's not necessarily a miracle that things start falling on your lap. Very often you would have to take action, but the action would be pleasurable for you. It's not like you're doing something drudgerous. So conscious manifestation is doing something with full awareness of what exactly you want to achieve and doing it. You don't necessarily, as I said, you need to take action, but at least to have the full clarity and full understanding of what you're doing. As I often say to the people in the courses, it is about constant clarification. The more clear it becomes, the faster it comes into your life. This is exactly what conscious manifestation is. You're becoming clear on what you believe in, on what your values are, on the dynamics of your relationships, personal, business, friendships, love relationships. You're becoming clear on your triggers. You're becoming clear on the patterns in your relationships. Once you recognize these patterns and you become conscious of them, they usually dissipate because they're there to teach you something. So if you're manifesting an improvement in something, such as in an improvement in your relationship, an improvement in your health, it is about recognizing the reasons for the blocks, the reasons for these impeding patterns that are in your life. Once you recognize them, they dissipate. If you want to create something new that hasn't been there in your life, first of all, you look for blocks. Are there any blocks that are preventing me from achieving what I want to achieve? Once you realize them, it's much easier. Or you can directly jump into the manifesting procedures, as I teach them in my courses, the Healnlearn method, that are based on the Silva method. And the reason why I call it the Healnlearn method is that I have enriched the Silva method with philosophical views that are not explained in the Silva method, that help you, that create the mindset that helps you manifest better. So let me again reiterate what the principles of manifestation are from the Silva method. So these are universal principles. They're not only principles for manifestation, they're principles for working in the Silva method or with the Silva method. But the thing is, if you think about it, if you'd like to change anything in your life, you're creating something. So it's all manifestation in the end. So whether you want to improve your health, whether you want to change traumatic experience or the association you have with it, whether you want to attract a new love, it's all a matter of working with this field of consciousness that we access through alpha or theta levels, or in our dreams through delta waves. But these are just the physical or chemical expressions, physical or chemical. I cannot explain the exact pathway of translating the energetic and thought form into chemical and physical. This is yet to be explained, I suppose, but I can testify to multiple experiences and cases that I've observed and of participants in my groups that have achieved tremendous results with the manifestation method. So there is definitely something there that creates this whirlwind of energy that translate in events that help you manifest. So let's go back to the principles then. The principles of working with the silver method, and I would also call them the principles of manifestation. So these are universal principles. These are principles that are aligned to our natural human essence, I would even call it. And this is why this topic fits so well, by the way, with the uncover the real human, because there are some universal principles that I would call natural human principles that if you follow, make your life easier, will bring you forward the easiest. So these are, first of all, you work for the benefit of everybody involved. So you cannot be working for the benefit of yourself only, or two people, and then a third person is suffering from that. Whenever you're working with the silver method and also with the Healnlearn method, at least two people should benefit from that, or the environment, the world as a whole, or a society, a group of people. So at least one other person should benefit from what you are trying to achieve. This is so because it's the way I explain it to the participants in my groups is that when you are working towards an improvement in something else that is not yourself, you're not in the energy of wanting or only for yourself, you're in the energy of giving. So you're already abundant. You're already in the energy of I am overflowing. I have enough. So I am giving to somebody else. This opens up for you to receive what you're asking for. The interesting thing with the silver method is that even if you're not working on a problem that you have yourself or on a manifesting goal that you want to achieve, if you're working on improving a societal goal or just anything in the world, or if you're working on healing somebody or on somebody else's manifestation goal, what they want to achieve, you will eventually receive what you have wanted, even if you have not worked with it with the silver method. Yeah, you know, it's somehow, this is what we still call serendipitous, synchronistic, and these terms are yet to be explained in a logical way, the way we associate with logics still. But the fact is, it works. So even if you're not working on your goal, as long as you have defined it, once you go in alpha state, once you do a meditation for manifestation, you will still achieve what you want in a surprising for you way. So it really helps for you to try and help other people, try and help them achieve their goals and desires. This doesn't mean, again, that you are putting yourself at a lower importance or putting yourself on the back burner. You're not. It's just that this is how it works. We're all connected, and the moment you overcome this, I suppose in some texts they would call it the ego block, or in Kabbalah this is the filter. So the filter that separates you from the divine. So the moment you overcome this, which is usually ego, then you receive the things anyhow. And I'm not a proponent of ego being something bad. It's just that when you work with this method, as I said, with it has to do with the purity of your intention. How purely you want somebody else to achieve something. And why is purity so important? The purity of intention. Because this brings you to a higher vibration. And we all know that manifestation has to do with you matching or your vibration matching the vibration you would be at when you have achieved your goal, which is usually a higher vibration because it's supposed to make you happier. So that means if you come from the purity of your heart and if you want somebody else to achieve something, you're already at a higher vibration. You're putting yourself at a higher vibration. While if you're using the other methodologies for manifestation, which would make you, I don't know, affirm or do whatever tricks, you're still dealing with blocks beforehand. You're still dealing with the blocks you subconsciously have when you're working on your own goal. So your vibration is unable to go higher. Through this method, you actually overcome this process or skip this process of working or of removing blocks. You understand? All right, let's quickly move to another question that I recently have in one of my courses, which was, how do I see astrology and what does it have to do with free will? So I'll give you one example. I think astrology is great. Let's just put it out there first. But okay, let's start with an example. When I wanted to get pregnant with my son, I was using the silver method. And, you know, I was feeling great about it, relaxed. And then after I got pregnant, which was quite easy, you know, knock on wood, or all good. After I got pregnant, I actually saw in my chart that I had a Jupiter return. And Jupiter is a co-ruler of my 5th house. So this was an activation of pregnancy. And I saw it afterwards. But the thing is, it really depends on your point of view, where you place your consciousness. Sometimes it is dangerous to have to attach yourself to forecasts and readings because there's too much attachment there, and then you're preventing it from happening. Too much attachment means a blockage. You might refer to one of my videos or look up one of my videos that is manifesting with non-attachment or I'll put a link below. Non-attachment versus, it was something about manifestation and non-attachment that I talked about. But the thing is, once you attach too much to your goal or to what you want to achieve, you're blocking it. So the secret there is going with the flow, enjoyment, while you are certain that your goal will manifest. So it's all about belief. It's not so much about increasing this want, or focusing too much on what is going to happen, like what I was predicted, because then it usually doesn't happen. I don't know if you've had such things. When you attach too much to something that is predicted for you, it doesn't turn out to be true, or it is postponed in time. Has this happened to you ever? You know, it usually gets postponed in time. Because free will is what is God's given, is what we're supposed to be using, and what gives us the highest vibration. Astrology can be used perfectly for elections, for aligning your energy to something else. When is a good time? It's like a clockwork, you know. So you know that it might be good to eat around lunchtime. You would know when lunchtime is anyhow. But if you'd like to be exact, you know that I would be eating around 12 o'clock. So this is when you can use astrology to give you a more exact timing of when you would naturally best do something. So it gives you an indication. It's like a clock. It's like a clock. That's it. it gives you a very good indication on when is a good time for you to start certain things, to engage in certain activities. But don't get fixated on it. That's the danger. Once you get fixated on that something else is influencing you, then you're giving away your power. And I've had a talk recently with Nicole Brenny, who does Cards of Truth, and she also talked about this danger of forecasting for people. You know, there's a beauty in people, in helping people that are just coming out of a very challenging situation. And in this case, astrology can help you. You know, it can tell you you're going through a rough patch and you're coming out of it at some point. So no doubt, astrology helps in that. It's always the consciousness you engage yourself with astrology that matters. So if you put too much power onto it, too much hope, you know, something is going to help me now to get me out of it, you're giving away your power. You're giving away your manifestation abilities. You know, the way I think it should be used in the future is mostly for defining the appropriate time, exactly like a clock, the appropriate time for engaging in what you want to do anyhow. But it has to engage your free will. So again, conscious manifestation and the new age of astrology is the retreat that we are organizing in the summer. And they both are related, conscious manifestation and astrology. And you will find out it's not only about the way to read astrology, but the way to engage with it as well. Krasi and Lada will be talking about the new ways to read it, prophecies, and so on. But I'll be talking more about the way to engage with it, the interpretation that would give you the most power and will make use of your free will as a human the most. And, you know, basically how to use it for the benefit of your life and the life of others. More on the application part. All right, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, let me know. Ask me questions, write your comments, let me know what you'd like me to talk about. Also, do check out page Home Study on healnlearn.com, where we have a lot of courses and live courses and recorded courses. I go to Joe and Cindy's Wednesday meditation and mentoring group every Wednesday. And that's a lot of fun. And I'd like to invite you to check it out. We have really funny, they're not synchronicities, we're receiving messages there. So just as an example, a very interesting, curious thing that happened last week was one of the participants had a baby born, and I saw that. And I said, well, I didn't know that the baby was born. So I said, well, I'm seeing a baby, and somebody put a star on their forehead. And he told me, you know, my baby was born and he has a small star mark on the forehead. So things like that you can see, you know, the subconsciousness talks to us through associations, through allegories and, you know, signs like that. It's not always that you're going to be seeing something one-on-one. But as I said, the subconsciousness talks through associations, links in your mind. All right. Thank you very much for listening so far. If you have any questions, as I said, write them below and give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it and consider signing up. Thank you.